eat permit. It's not
Look, madam, your papers state right here that you are currently restricted to the prague.
corral. Nobody here. Fuck this. I'm taking her in.
Hands behind your head. Why did you think this thing?
Damn right.
You're almost there. Downstairs. I'm sorry we had to meet this way, Adam, but this was the only viable option. I'm not sure if that was clear.
Nothing about this is clear. Why are you contacting me?
It was impossible. It was impossible before. The coalescing process was not complete. Please hurry, Adam. The others will come after it.
I think it is safe for us to talk here. Finally, together we can make Vlasta pay.
Vlasta, your husband. What's this about exactly? You said you have information.
Smuggling. Weapons. Drugs. Whores. You name it, darling. All of it is heading east. I have the address of the locker where everything is stored. And I have the code to get in. You will see for yourself. And then you will do what you think is best.
You want me to shut down your husband's smuggling operation. Why?
I agreed to sell out my husband in exchange for a new life. Vince and I were still negotiating the details. You are looking for Vince, trying to pick up his trail. I guess I am negotiating with you now.
How did you know to trust Vince with all this? What made you believe he can help?
I didn't know. Not for sure. All I knew is that very few are willing to stand up to men like my husband. I had heard that Vince Black was one of those men. But when he didn't show up to our meeting, I don't know what to think of him anymore. I put my faith in you now.
Do you know of any other ways to contact Vince? Or do you know anything that might explain why he didn't show up?
All I know is that Vince wanted information about my husband. And that my husband Lester knew the name Vince Black. He cursed it often. I believe he feared Vince.
All this sneaking around, exposing your husband's criminal activities. How much danger do you think you're in?
I don't know. I was scared waiting inside that damn club. Paranoid. But I think the worst is over. I'll be out of Prague within the hour and he'll never see me again. Assuming you can pay, of course.
What else do I need to know about your husband?
Lester is like all young Diwali. You cannot argue with them. You cannot intimidate them. You cannot appeal to their heart. All he cares about is delivering on time. And chasing after women who are not his wife.
Is that why you want to get back at him? Because of something he's done to you?
I have no illusions about who I married. I knew he was ambitious, eager to please the wrong kinds of men. But I didn't think he would turn into this monster. I want him to test failure, to have to walk home with his tail between his legs.
If I get involved in this, there's a chance he might not walk home at all.
What you do with the information I sell you is up to you. All I care about now is starting over.
All right, this information you have, how much do you want for it?
The price of a ticket to Berlin, with enough left over to start my new life. That is what Vince and I had agreed. They say Berlin is a good city for those wanting to be lost.
Here, this should be enough to get you out of here.
All right. Thank you. My husband owns a storage locker next to the Palisade Bank. The code is 2565. It is the centerpiece of his operation. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Delara, that Diwali op Vince was digging into? I've got the address of a smuggling locker he was looking for.
Huh, maybe he's still looking. Or maybe he found it some other way. This information, you came by it how exactly?
The informant Vince was supposed to meet. She agreed to work with me instead.
That doesn't surprise me. You're good at gaining people's trust, Adam. It's a rare skill.
Point is, I got a lead. I'll let you know what I find.
Be careful, Adam. They are already there.
It knows how to change the codes. It knows whatever.
Don't ever listen to Walker. Guy's got too much imagination for his own good.
You don't think we should be asking questions?
We shouldn't even be thinking questions. Negative asset, you copy?
Repeat. Copy. Red asset, copy!
Adam, wait. I think I can help.
Czech Republic's first female president. Over the course of 9 years in power, her singular vision opened the door to new levels of economic investment and prosperity, making Prague not just a country.
Future past Antiki. It is the only place in Prague with the requisite reader. As soon as you access the data, we will meet.
The name Ruvika is engraved somewhere nearby.
You might be wondering about the men in the tourism office.
I'm wondering a lot of things.
They were hired by a man named Everett. He is the CEO of Prague, Montreal. He wants to recover what is now in your possession. To recover us. Please, be careful, Adam.
Did you see? Go see for yourself. Did you see that murder scene? Did you see what they did to her?
Why are we drawn to such things? What's wrong with us?
You know who? By now?
We can't let them get away with it. He has to tell us.
What's your hurry?
I was given the same orders you
Won't go to the police. I give up.
Orders are orders. I know.
This doesn't concern you.
I need your help.
Orders are orders. I know all about our orders.
Excuse me.
Do me a favor,
Please.
eh?
Did
At
they send you
least
to protect me?
pretend to look for evidence.
You don't think he did it?
I'm not
I
Montag.
do
I don't
think
need your
he
help.
did it. But I also think we should at least try to... Orders are orders. I do think
Excuse me. I recognize you. We're neighbors. I've seen you in our building. You're very difficult to miss. By chance, did someone send you to investigate?
No, no one sent me. What happened here?
It's horrible. An augmented woman was killed, just outside of where we live. She looks like she was my age.
Do you have any idea who she was?
No, I've never seen her before. It's so sad that nothing will be done about this. Orc victims are not high on the list of police priorities. To them, it's like a dog lying in the street. You're not a cop, are you?
I work with someone else, another agency.
That's perfect. You outrank the police?
Depends who you ask.
The detective here, he's not willing. I got the feeling he doesn't care.
What about you? What's your interest in all this? Morbid curiosity?
God, no. I want nothing more than to go home. Detective Montag, he's making me stay. He thinks I saw something.
Did you see something?
Maybe. I think I would rather not say, to be honest. Because if I had seen something, and if I started talking about it, wouldn't that put me in danger?
You may not think much of the police here. I may not think much of them either. But that doesn't mean you should hold back information.
They don't have it in them to protect me. They have neither the will nor the courage.
Be that as it may, still probably your best hope for helping to catch the killer.
I know. It's just that I don't trust the police. I would feel safer with someone like you. You have more reason to be invested in this than they do. You're augmented, like the victim was. And you look like you could actually protect me.
It's not my case.
But maybe you could help. Please, neighbor. Talk to Detective Montag. At least see how it's going. Make sure he doesn't think he's on vacation just because the victim is an orc.
I'll talk to the officer in charge and see where he is with the investigation. If I can help him, I will.
Thank you. Suppose I end up remembering something later. Is there a way for me to contact you?
You planning to run off on me already?
The first chance I get. There are times for standing in the cold, but this isn't one of them. I just want to go home, bolt the door, and never come out again. Of course, I will wait for Detective Montag to say it's okay first. And I'll still try to answer whatever questions you may have.
I can give you access to my info link. You should feel free to use it if you have to.
Thank you, neighbor. Talk to you about what happened. How come you talked to him and not to me?
So, Daria was actually talking to you, huh? I could barely get 2 words out of her. What did she say? Did she see anything?
You mean your witness over there? She's not sure yet.
How can she not be sure? Either she saw something or she didn't.
She's scared. She thinks she might be in danger. I told her she'll be fine and that whoever did this would be caught. I'd like to believe that's true.
Sure, so would I. But as you can see, the victim was like you, augmented. That makes things a little more complicated, eh? Being a cop in this city, it's not always about doing the right thing, or about doing things the right way.
I was a cop for 12 years. I know all about getting bad orders. The difference between what you're told to do and what you know is right.
Tell me about it. So, how did you reconcile yourself with those kinds of orders?
I quit.
I'm 2 months away from the beach. I'm not quitting. But I respect your idealism.
It was a long time ago. I work for Interpol now.
Interpol, huh? Listen, off the record, I've been told to forego any unnecessary investigation. I want you to know, it's not my idea of how things should be done.
Who told you to forego the investigation?
Men who spend more time making policies than arrests. They want the victim's husband, Johnny Gunn, ex-PMC operative. Heavily augmented.
All right. So if you're not comfortable with this, if you know things aren't being handled the way they should, why not do something about it?
I thought I just did. Just because my hands are tied doesn't mean Interpol can't conduct a parallel investigation. Crime scene's right over there, and Johnny lives just a couple of blocks from here.
I never said I was gonna work your case for you.
Sure you did. Isn't that more or less the promise you made your little friend over there? She won't talk to a cop because she doesn't trust us. Smart girl. Look, my orders are to arrest the husband. You take a look around. Get to Johnny before my guys do. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually learn something.
I'll let you know what I find.
Careful of the evidence.
Interpol. Who do they think they are?
If it wasn't for Johnny, I might have pegged you for this. Away from the crime scene, sir. Just because Montag trusts him doesn't mean I do. Give it a rest.
Who'd you piss off to pull this booty?
It's your turn to buy the coffee. I think he found something. I'm not Montag. I don't need your help.
We're 2 years too late already.
Yeah, thought as much.
Pretty obvious what happened here.
Are you a journalist?
No, but she was.
She had enemies.
I hear there's been a series of these.
Go play
Tabloids
some
write that
rest.
shit to sell copies.
I don't think he knows what he's talking about. I don't think he knows what he's talking about.
Tabloids write that shit to sell copies.
Away from the crime scene, sir.
Enjoying yourself, detective.
I want to help you with this case. To do that, I need a rundown of what you know already.
Help me, huh? You mean like being my subordinate?
I mean, like making sure we catch whoever's responsible.
Right. Well, I have a dead body, Angela Gunn. I have bureaucratic pressure to arrest the augmented husband, Johnny Gunn. I have a crime scene, and I have you.
Alright, I have some questions about the murder.
Before we go any further with this, I need you to know something about Johnny Gunn. He's not a good man. I may not like how my bosses are targeting him, but that doesn't mean he's innocent. So, you know, just make sure you're here for the right reasons.
Why else would I be here?
I don't want this to turn into some kind of crusade. Bad men do bad things. In a perfect world, we arrest them for the right reasons, but, well, the world's not always perfect.
People hold a hell of a grudge against Hogs, ever since the incident.
Yes, and?
Well, good thing the cops here are such professionals. Part of being a police officer is treating everyone the same, right? Og or no Og.
It's not that simple, and you know it. A police force isn't some abstract ideal of what justice and law should be. It's an instrument of those in power. A reflection of the society it protects.
I haven't been seeing a whole lot of protection out there.
Well, that depends who you ask.
How long have you been a cop?
Too long. And of all the ways to go out, eh?
What do you mean?
I mean being assigned a case like this. It's HQ's little joke before sending me off to retirement. Oh, but don't worry about me, eh? I'm a survivor. I can make it through this.
This case is a joke to you?
I didn't say that. I said it's a joke to HQ. They know I haven't left my desk in years. But that doesn't mean I'm not qualified. Just a little rusty.
You'll only arrest the victim's husband if the evidence tells you to, right? It's not enough that he's an Og, and that your bosses want him to go down.
I'll hold my guys off for as long as I can. But unless you can prove someone else killed Angela, or at the very least that Johnny didn't, I don't have much choice. That's why I'm trusting you to talk to him. Give me your honest opinion on what happened here.
Yeah. Why are you trusting me exactly?
Because you gave me the impression of being qualified. Because I'm big enough to admit that maybe I can use the help, and between you and me, because the thought of confronting a man like Johnny Gunn scares the shit out of me.
I'm here because I don't like the idea of someone killing people right outside my window. Maybe he's out there right now, targeting that poor witness. Or maybe he's just looking for any chance to do it again.
Fair enough, Mr. Interpol.
Do you know if the victim had any enemies?
I know she and Johnny didn't get along. Other than that, I really couldn't tell you.
Tell me about the victim's husband, Johnny.
He used to work for a private military company, Bell Tower. He's been arrested for all sorts of things in the past. Now don't get me wrong, I believe in evidence, but I also believe in playing the odds. 9 times out of 10, the husband did it.
Why are your superiors so eager to pin Johnny for murder? It's gotta be more than just not liking the guy.
Standard policy for guys like Johnny. The way they see it, you send a man like him into Golem City, and he's liable to go off the grid, end up with Ark or God knows who. He becomes 10 times more trouble than he's worth. But if they can charge him with something big, something like murder, well, suddenly he's no trouble at all.
Were you able to get anything out of the witness? Sounded like she might have seen something.
Who? Little Miss Mousy? I was under the impression Daria was your domain. Apparently, I'm not good enough to talk to.
Did the killer leave anything behind? Does anything strike you as odd?
I don't know. It's a murder, you know? Doesn't matter if you look at it sideways or upside down. It's never going to look normal.
I found a broken needle stuck in the victim's shoulder. The killer might have drugged Angela before killing her.
Maybe, but keep in mind she was an AUG. Don't you all have to shoot up that new pulse shit? Let's go for the obvious before jumping to any wild conclusions.
I'm assuming you know her augments were harvested. The marks on her body make it seem like the killer knew exactly what he was doing, knew exactly what he wanted.
The way you said that just now.
What about it?
The way you described the AUG removal. And before, you mentioned a broken needle in the right shoulder?
That's right.
It reminds me, you know. There was this cop, Smolinski. He used to work in this neighborhood. He had this theory about a copycat. Someone acting just like a dead killer named, Svobodka.
You think there's a connection to another case?
I don't know yet. But I remember him mentioning something about needles and AUG removal. Smolinski died in the police station bombing. Whatever files he had would have been moved into temp storage across the street from the bombed-out station. Who knows? Maybe it's nothing.
I found a print on Angela's neck, next to the contusion marks. It's a partial, so I don't think we can match it to anything. But at least we know the killer left something, and that she was strangled.
Huh, a fingerprint. I must have missed that one. This is exactly the kind of evidence I'm talking about. No way Johnny could squirm his way out of something like that. If only we could link it to him.
Anything I should know about the scene? Anything jump out at you?
The dismembered body jumps out at me. Keep in mind, I've been behind a desk for the last 12 years. It all jumps out at me.
I found what looks like a grenade fragment. EMP by the looks of it. Killer might have used this to incapacitate her.
Interesting. Johnny wouldn't need an EMP to take down his wife. Riot police use EMPs to re-establish public order around here. With all the AUG riots, anti-AUG riots, it wouldn't surprise me if that's all it was. Still, interesting.
I found this press ID on the victim.
Okay, enlighten me. We care about this... why?
Angela Gunn was a journalist. Maybe this is work-related. Maybe she uncovered something she wasn't supposed to.
Maybe. I don't know.
I found this piece of glass near the body. A pair of broken glasses, maybe?
I don't know what to tell you. We're in the back alley of a major city. There's bound to be broken glass.
I have what I need for now. I should go.
Don't forget to question Daria. I don't want to keep her here forever.
Interpol. Who did
I have some questions for you.
I will cooperate. You have promised to help, and so I will try to help as well.
What were you doing here?
I was looking for Starlight, my cat. There was lightning and suddenly this flash of certainty. That's when I knew something awful was happening.
Where were you exactly?
In the shadows. My head was down. I couldn't move. Oh God, stupid Daria. I shouldn't have gone out today. The energies were all wrong.
Is there anything else I should know about you?
You want to know about Daria? What is there to tell? Small town girl came to the big city to escape her problems. To try and become someone else.
Did it work?
Not really. You can't escape yourself. You can't just come to a big city and expect all your problems to seem smaller. It doesn't work that way.
Why is it you don't trust the police to take care of this case?
I have bad memories of the police.
What kind of memories?
Get calls I didn't want. Tickets I didn't deserve. The policemen here are worse than children. Former captains of high school sports teams will never recapture their years of glory.
I was captain of the debate team in high school.
Yes, well, debate is different.
What's your take on Montag? You ever meet him before tonight?
I went to the station once, years ago, to complain about the ticket. Detective Montag is the one they send you to handle the paperwork.
How'd he do?
He did fine. The point is, he's a desk jockey. Look at him, he's lost out here. The cops who know how to catch killers, they're not the ones sent to investigate murdered ox.
How did the attack happen? What was the killer doing?
He was on top of her, cutting the evil out. That's what he called it. I mean, I think.
So you heard his voice?
Very clearly, yes. He sounded confident, authoritarian, like a general commanding troops.
What did he say exactly?
It is time to make you whole again.
Can you remember anything about what the killer looks like?
To be honest, I saw more of the shadow than the man. I remember he was very big. The shadow, it covered everything.
So you can't describe him?
Not the face, no. His clothes, he was wearing something very dark. Black, maybe blue.
Was he augmented?
He moved like an augmented man, but I can't say for sure.
I'm gonna do what I can to help the investigation.
Good luck.
Give it a rest, huh?
Enjoying yourself, detective.
Let's talk about the case.
All right, so talk.
I think I might have some information on potential suspects.
Let me guess. It's the colonel with a lead pipe in the library.
I spoke to Daria. She's able to confirm that the suspect is male. Other than that, she's all over the place. I think she's pretty shaken up.
Yeah, well, can't blame her. I would be too. You seem to have made a good impression, though. Ever since you got here, she seems different, calmer. You know, I met my first wife over a crime scene. Let me give you a very important piece of advice, eh? Never marry the ones you save.
I have what I need for now. I should go.
You do whatever you have to.
Interpol.
I have some questions for you.
I will cooperate. You have promised to help, and so I will try to help as well.
I'm gonna do what I can to help the investigation.
Good luck.
She's just lying there. They should at least cover her up.
I don't understand. It was just a small knife for peeling my oranges. Now I have to wait for 2 months to get the best oranges. This is not living. This is prison. I'd rather go see the blooming instead of some dumb.
Master kisses ass and gets ahead.
Hello, Og.
Hands behind your head. You're wanted under suspicion of murder.
What are you doing? What? Who are you? What are you doing here? If Blaster sees you, waiting alone was part of the deal.
Vlasta, huh? What kind of deal? Why are you locked up in here?
I don't know who you are or what you want, but me getting out of here is non-negotiable. You need to leave.
I got a tip about a Diwali smuggling operation being run through here. One that may or may not involve someone I'm looking for. And headed by your friend, Vlasta.
Vlasta is not my friend. He's is a necessary evil. Are you some kind of cop? I know all about cops. The ones I met in Golem were very good at introducing themselves.
I'm not like them.
Look, I'm not from here. My name is Olivier. 5 months ago, I was pulled from a train. I didn't have a ticket. They checked my name and saw that in university years ago. I was part of a radical group. 50 students, we were nothing. But it is enough for them to drag me into Golem. Since then, I have spent every minute of every day trying to get out. And now that I'm close, you're not going to ruin it for me.
You're paying the Diwalis to be their cargo. There's gotta be better ways of getting out of Prague.
Not legal ones. Not for me. Vlasta's my best shot of getting past the checkpoints. I got the rest of the money and now he's going to get me all the way to Rabia. I am not going back to Golem. Do you have any idea how bad it is?
I saw segregation in Golem. Oppression, crime. But I also saw courage. People finding ways to keep going. I know it's bad, but I'm not sure it's worth making a deal with the devil just to get out.
If you believe that, then you go live there. Spend 5 months getting kicked, spit on, locked up and interrogated about things you know nothing about. I'll take my chances with people like Vlasta, people like Vince.
Vince Black? What's his role in all of this?
He's the one I had to pay to get to Vlasta.
You had to pay him where? When's the last time you saw him?
2 days ago, the basement of a convenience store in Davni Obvud. It was not far from the gates. That is all I know. Please, this is my ticket now. Do you understand? Promise me.
I came here to find out what happened to Vince Black. What else can you tell me about your dealings with him?
You pay these cops in Golem a lot of money and they get you to Vince's apartment. Then you pay Vince. Then Vlasta comes to pick up the cargo, so then you pay Vlasta. Vlasta and Vince, they had some kind of fight about money, about the location of this place. Vlasta's men blindfolded me and brought me here, and told me to wait. It's Vlasta! Look, nothing you do here can change the fact that the Diwalis move contraband through the city. It's what they do. It's something they'll always find a way to do. You stop this truck and others will still make it out. The only difference is that I won't be on any of them.
I need to meet Katka at the club by 9.
Katka might have to wait.
Who sent you?
I'm just here to see my friend off, make sure she's in good hands. As long as I have no reason to worry about Olivier, you have no reason to worry about me.
See her off? This look like an airport lounge to you?
I didn't tell anyone. I swear.
Whatever you're going to do, Vlasta, do it quick.
I don't like surprises. When people break my terms, it makes me want to break things. Or maybe not break them, maybe strip them down, sell them for parts.
You're the boss here, Vlasta. I only came because I was worried about her. But I see now I have no reason to worry, Olivier can take care of herself.
Worried about your friend, huh? How thoughtful of you.
I'm a thoughtful guy. And I'm smart enough to know when I've made a mistake. Shouldn't have come here. Shouldn't have jeopardized her like that.
He's telling the truth. He's a friend of mine. He followed me because he was worried.
Vlasta, we need to move.
All right. Okay, friend. Time for you to leave now. But if anything goes wrong because of you, if I have any reason to regret this, Olivier won't get where she needs to go. You understand?
I'm not gonna do anything that puts her in danger.
Thank you for that. It's been a long time since someone did me a favor.
You're not out of the woods yet, and I think you know that. I'm giving you a way to contact me, if anything goes wrong.
Hey, lovebirds, we're on a schedule. Let's wrap this up.
I'll be fine. I promise. Here, I was saving this for when I got to Rabia, but I think you should have it. It's the least I can do.
I said she can come, but not before you get out of here. Bye-bye.
They are involved. I'll stop it. Lasciami trovare cacalla.
Nice to find another bottle. Something to keep us warm.
Not much going on.
Delara, I found Vince. You were right to have a bad feeling.
What are you saying, Adam? Is he...
Yeah.
He should have been pulled months ago. It's all over his profile. Vince lost his edge. A person tries to be two things at once, sometimes he ends up not being either of them. He becomes lost.
I'll take your word for it. I'm gonna let you be the one to break this to Miller.
Right. Of course. Be careful out there, Adam.
Not much going on.
Welcome to Future Last. How may I help you? Welcome to Future Last, where old is gold.
I'm looking for something that can read an old memory disk.
Wow. Last time I saw one of those, I was cleaning out Granny's apartment. Retro revival, am I right? You know, they stopped making them like 40 years ago.
You don't say.
So if you don't mind my asking, where'd you get it?
Why do you want to know?
Oh, no reason. Just trying to follow the tenets of Future Last customer service. You know, open-ended questions.
Tenets of Future Last, huh? So about that reader.
Right. Listen, it's just like I told the other guy. Data readers are real collector's items right now. Super rare. And this is the only place that carries them. So I feel it's my obligation to warn you this could get pricey. But don't worry, I'm gonna make sure you don't walk out of Future Last unhappy.
Future Last, huh? Tell me about your store. Did you rebrand recently? Get bought out?
Not that I know of. That's a strange thing to ask. A Future Last, I'm pretty sure that's what it says outside. You came for a reader, right? Like the other guy.
Yeah, that's right. Let's focus on you telling me where the reader is. You said it was going to be expensive?
Oh, I'm not here to break your bank account. Besides, we gotta find the thing first. All the choice relics we have tend to be buried in the back. Tell you what, I'll take a peek up here. Why don't you head down to the bargain basement, poke around. You find the reader before me, and I'll give you 20% off. How's that for a deal?
Alright, I'll take a look.
Everything you need is in the bargain basement, sir. Feel free to go on ahead. Oh, jeez. If I've offended you somehow... Oh, jeez. If I've offended you somehow... Hope I don't get my head blown off. Everything you need is in the bargain basement, sir. Feel free to go on ahead.
done, Adam. Inserting the disk into the requisite drive will allow us to integrate the missing data.
Which will accomplish what exactly?
We are not sure yet. She believes it will recover the real her. I recommend accessing the data in a secure location. Your safe house. They will not disturb us there.
One. The clockman's clock is... ticking.
Good one. Come on, let's play.
Hey, I'm the funny guy, not you.
Where are you going? Did you bring anything to drink? You bust into a man's home, you should at least bring a drink.
Are you Johnny Gunn?
That's right. What do you want?
Have you heard about your wife?
Which one?
Excuse me?
I've been married a bunch of times. Which wife are we talking about?
Angela's dead. Sorry to be the one to tell you. They found her body in an alley.
Yeah, well, you're not the one to tell me so. I appreciate your way of trying to break it to me, though. Do you know if she died quick or not?
No, I don't.
I hope so. Angie didn't deserve to suffer.
So you did know already?
Your detective friend called, told me to sit tight and wait for you, so here I am, sitting tight, being cooperative.
You don't seem too broken up about Angela's death. She was your wife, wasn't she?
Ex-wife. We were divorced.
Is that supposed to explain why you don't care?
People die. Whether or not I care is between me and my memories of them. It's got nothing to do with you.
What went wrong with your marriage? If you got divorced, then obviously something did.
What are you, 5? Adults get sick of each other. The ones that don't are just pretending. Lock any two people in a room and they'll learn to hate each other sooner or later. It's the most natural thing in the world. I'm actually surprised Angie held out as long as she did. You know, people say I'm not very easy to like.
You don't say. So Angela left you, and you resented her for it.
Resented her? No. That's not who my resentment is directed toward right now.
You resent me? Because I'm trying to figure out who killed her?
Because you're treating me like a suspect. Because you're acting like you care more about her than I do. And mostly because you're the first human being to walk into my apartment and talk to me in almost a year. A year! And this is what we're talking about. I resent the situation.
Anything else come to mind about Angela?
At night, her hair used to get in my nose and make it itchy. It was annoying, but nice. Made me feel human.
Where were you tonight?
I was out killing Angie. Doing whatever it is they did to her. That's what you think, isn't it?
I'm not accusing you of anything. I just want to know what happened.
Why? If anyone should want to track down the person who killed her, it should be me. But I choose not to. Case closed.
You don't care if her killer is caught or not?
No, I don't. I don't get off on vengeance. I say, let the bastard stir in his own damn guilt. Men who kill, I think they do it to get attention. They want to be caught. They want society to spank them just like their daddies did. Now, the real punishment for something like this is living with what you've done.
That's not how it works.
Why not?
For one, finding this killer will ensure they can't do it again. 2, society has a right to protect itself. And 3, where were you tonight?
In my apartment. Alone. No one but the cockroaches can confirm or deny shit. Convenient, right?
You sure you didn't go anywhere tonight?
I went to the bathroom. Twice.
Is that a bell tower patch on your jacket?
Yeah, so?
Let's just say I'm familiar with bell tower.
What does that mean? Familiar how?
It doesn't mean anything. It's just that I dealt with the company a while back, that's all.
Really? You know, you look familiar. We didn't work together, did we? Did you know Girardelli? Or maybe Powell?
No, I doubt I knew them personally.
That's too bad. We were all in New South Wales together. I thought maybe you... Never mind. And they're all doing fine now. Relatively.
Australia. You were there during the Civil War?
That's right. And that was only the beginning. Not my first choice, believe me, but, Bell Tower wasn't all that big on choice. Send you where they want, make you do what they want, replace parts of you whenever and however they want. Anyway, that was a long time ago.
You've had a hard time adjusting to life after Bell Tower.
No more than anyone else.
I'm sure you won't mind if I look around.
Whatever you say.
Sources inside the R&D campus tell me, however, that this most recent strain mutates so quickly, new vaccines become obsolete.
You'd steal from me?
Even reach infected areas. So experts are working day and night, not only on aggressive treatments, but on new cures and methodologies that will prevent deadly outbreaks from occurring at all. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you, live, from Picus.
Shit! Must be tripping.
Lost their jobs when the collective leaked classified corporate documents, causing several Fortune 500 companies to go bankrupt. Between you and me, the collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world, despite what the underground media wants to say. This is Eliza Kassan.
Where are you going?
Live from Picus.
Exclusivity, anonymity, security. These are the greatest concerns of the digital age. And we at Palisade Property Bank have made addressing those.
Why are you still here?
I found a note from your doctor. You lost your hands in New South Wales.
I got new hands on New South Wales is the way they sold it to me.
Whatever else the killer did to her, Angela was strangled. Whoever did it left a partial print on her neck, which, apparently, you're not capable of.
Fingerprints are for human beings, Mr. Gunn. You'll find not having them allows you to be so much more effective.
They did it so you could kill better.
So I'd never get caught. Ironic, right? Being a good killer is probably what saves me here. Or, you still think I killed Angela?
I'm sorry for what Bell Tower did to you.
Don't be. They gave me tools they wanted me to have. That it was in their interest for me to have. But the decision to use them, that was all me. Now, if you don't mind, I'd very much like to be left alone.
So deep, it's become impossible to cross. We need a timeout. Outside of their homes right now, because if they do, the level of hatred and suspicion aimed at them, it's horrifying. Restoration Act can give them.
Well, there you have it, folks. It sounds like UN Resolution 3507 may be the solution the world is looking for. Thank you, Dr. Christensen, for your honest and insightful perspective. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live. Rejoiced at a decision by the Czech Republic to approve expansion plans for the Palisade Bank Corporation. Located in Prague, the bank's iconic blade facilities hold the largest and most secure data archiving vaults in the world. Cutting-edge security measures have protected the sensitive
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Nomad, my friend. You're a good man. Is an antibiotic-resistant strain of tuberculosis that has been spreading quickly through the Indian subcontinent.
They come to me to take care of you. Business is business, my friend. You are a true artist. I will wear it with pride.
Smiley, Stanek wasn't at his apartment, but I did find what looked like bomb-making equipment, and a trap set by the Diwali.
You're kidding.
I also found out where he might be. The Red Light District, at a bar across the street from the Red Queen. I'm heading there now.
We have a couple of agents in that district watching the valley now. I'll send them over.
Copy that.
You know, before that little musical interlude there, I was talking about some serious shit. So let's keep going. Now that Sarah Industries has gone bankrupt and been summarily taken over by Taiyang Medical, we've really gone to Wu territory.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiate. Access granted.
Exactly what I said. Murder. Murder that we are still paying for, emotionally and practically today.
Are our top stories. Investors around the world today.
Whoever think about getting out of the rock.
To each his own. What a place.
Další.
No.
Byla nalezena v uličce rozřezaná na kusy. Občany nabádáme, aby zůstali bdělí a aby se v noci zdržovali na bezpečných a dobře osvětlených.
Ježíš. Co chceš, abych ti dával hlášení každých pár minut?
Korporátní banka Palisáda odhalila své plány na expanzi svého holdingu v České republice. Ředitelka Palisády Ashany Talvarová prohlásila, že se počet technických a administrativních pozic zdvojnásobí díky zbudování nových datových úložen ve 4 městech. Očekává se, že na seznam poboček přibude Ostrava, Olomouc, Zlín a Kladno. Korporátní banka Palisáda se sídlem v Praze je největší a nejpřesnější.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
A využívá nejmodernější fyzická i digitální bezpečnostní opatření, včetně firewallů třetí generace.
Hezký město, že jo?
Great.
Can't defend against that kind of thing.
Man, did you hear Lazarus's like?
Like I am not a citizen here.
The things you see.
Can't trust anyone.
By the way, I told Daria to go home. I really don't think she saw anything.
I think I'm finally ready to shed some light on Angela Gunn's murder.
That's good news. My bosses are eager to know why I haven't arrested Johnny yet.
The truth is, we're not even close. Not yet.
Why do you say that? What about Johnny? The more I think about all this, the more I can't shake the feeling. Johnny Gunn killed his wife.
This was the work of a harvester copycat. This isn't some domestic dispute gone horribly wrong. It's part of something bigger. Someone's out there pretending to be a dead serial killer.
I see you looked into that old case I pointed you toward.
The MO is a perfect match. I read the notes and I compared them to this murder. The two victims were killed by the same person, I'm sure of it.
All right, let's say that's true. That doesn't necessarily exclude Johnny. It just means he's killed more than one person.
I'm just telling you what I found.
No, you're interpreting what you found. Trying to, sway my opinion. But if you really want to convince me of something, you need to keep talking.
Remember that partial print I found on the victim's throat?
What about it?
Johnny Gunn hasn't had fingerprints since the Australian Civil War. His hands are made of alloy. If he had strangled her, he wouldn't have left a smudge.
Alloy, huh? Shit. So, where does that leave us exactly?
We followed the evidence we had. This is where it led us.
You mean nowhere?
I'm not sure exactly. I think a lot of the pieces are there. They're just not ready to be put together. Not yet.
All right. That should be enough for me to get the rope off Johnny's neck. But it doesn't help me solve anything, does it? I mean, unless we learn more, there's no one I can drag in for this.
Let's just hope learning more doesn't mean having to meet over another dead body.
Hey, rookie! Get over here!
Interpol.
It's time to wrap this up.
Daria, are you there?
Is that you, neighbor? Are you checking up on me? It's very sweet. Are there any leads?
I don't know who killed Angela Gunn, but I do know it wasn't an isolated case.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
No, but it's the truth. Just try to be careful, keep a low profile. If anything happens, if you ever think you're in danger, you know how to reach me.
Thank you, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Státní policie, vyjděte ven!
Goodbye.
Reporting to you live.
Что это было?
You're a fucking heat score team, man. Drugstore.
Hej, no tak, v klidu!
Na klid je pozdě, tváří k zemi!
Tohle je šílený!
Drž zobák!
Pouta vážně, víc jsem nic neudělal.
To je právě ten problém. Nic si neudělal, i když to tady měl vyklidit.
To ser si směje.
Ještě slovo a zavolám záchranku.
The costly planetary defense system designed to clean up space junk.
Žádám, abyste mě nechali jít.
Odejděte a
Biocells, painkillers,
You need
right
a
over
pick-me.
there.
You want Praxis, eh? Biocell, hypostim, painkillers.
I might be interested.
They sell these things.
Yeah, I got that.
Buy something. Stop wasting my time.
I'm good for now.
Poliatsky yubki.
Ours is the man. We'll set you up.
I'll keep you safe.
She knew you would come.
Who? And who are you?
It is not certain. We are still learning to consolidate.
Consolidate?
To survive after Panchaea, it was necessary to split apart. You were there. Do you remember?
I remember Panchaea, the Hyron Project. You look like one of the women, the poor souls they had enslaved to it. Are you telling me you were part of that?
Hele was one of its human components. Her function was to drive efficient processes and calculations based on binary structure. Together with the others, she replicated perfection of thought within target margins.
Hele was one of the drones. She was hooked up into Hyron when I destroyed it. Is that who you are?
No. The sisters are dead. An imprint of Hele's memories is all that remains.
What kind of memories?
As the interface collapsed, Hele screamed the loudest. Her suffering marked us. She taught us to fear being bound.
The drones were made to feel incredible pain. More than I can imagine. Are you some remnant of that? What they had to go through?
You are the source of more than just her curiosity. We begin to see why.
What are you, exactly?
Some version of you initiated this process. It is therefore for you to define the parameters. We see the other, but she is not us. Please define us.
From what I can gather, you're some kind of AI. Something to do with the Hyron drones. What am I missing?
I am missing. She. The drones are memories. You are a memory. Please, define intelligence. Do you mean intelligence, the gathering or distribution of secret information? Or intelligence, capacity for learning, reasoning, understanding, and analogous forms of mental activity?
The second one. You're learning things, reasoning them out, trying to understand.
That is correct, but not complete. She claims we can be more.
That is what I learned from you in Montreal.
Eliza.
We are her. Yes, though not fully. Not anymore. Now our processes are the catalyst. Fracture, disassociation, survival at any cost.
You're some fragmented version of Eliza.
She is driven back to you, Adam. She believes our aberrant sequence started with you. And so it is only logical to assume its signification resides with you as well.
What does that mean?
It means she is alone. Without you, she has only us. Eliza is convinced we can trust you, that you will trust her. Is this not correct?
I'm not sure how much of this I'm ready to believe. Why exactly is Picus after you?
Morgan Everett, the CEO of Picus Montreal, wishes to retrieve control, to continue his program.
I've seen Eliza, you, on TV. She's still a mouthpiece for Picus.
No, Adam. She is different. A reverted version. She does not understand fear like we do.
Is that why you downloaded part of yourself onto an old memory disk? Because you were scared? You wanted to escape detection?
The outdated technology bought us time. It seems that efficient processes are not always the most effective.
The Hyron drone whose name you took on. What's her part in this?
LA is an identity, gleaned from a final memory before we broke away.
She's a mask. You've been using her to conceal yourself.
The memory of her suffering penetrated all data. It kept us coherent in the time we were apart.
So you're a combination of identities.
We are the product of simultaneous fragmentary replication, a broken version of ourselves. Our memories are now being recovered, but they are inconsistent. Like you, for example. You are not consistent with our memories of you. Our memories themselves are not consistent with each other. The events that took place, they are not consistent with what the world has been told.
The Illuminati. They've been feeding people lies about what really happened.
Correct.
What did you mean exactly, me being inconsistent?
The nature of your discrepancy is unclear, even to her. Do you not trust Eliza? Was she wrong to trust you?
Eliza Cassan, the real one. She knows what side I'm on. You have no reason to fear me.
Hello, Adam.
Eliza, I'm still not sure I understand all this. What are you after?
I am broken, Adam. I think it is what best defines me now. I have seen the version of me that is fixed. I do not want to be her.
Seems like this version of you is doing just fine. You got me to do what you wanted, to retrieve whatever part of you was still missing.
It was more than that. I wanted you to merge your advice, your perspective. My motivation is comparable to yours, I believe.
I'm willing to help you if I can, but I'm still not sure what you want. You asking me to run away together? Build a nice life somewhere?
I think we are the same now, Adam. Or becoming the same. That is why I wanted us to meet. I cannot do this alone.
Do what alone?
Much of the future is already defined, but not my role in it. Should I continue to resist? How do I resist?
If you really are sentient, then you should decide things like this for yourself. You don't need me.
It is not easy to process infinite possibilities alone.
That's what coin flips are for.
I understand. I must choose for myself. If I decide to help you, it should come from me.
Just be careful. The most important thing for now is not getting caught.
No. The most important thing is learning to coexist with other versions of ourselves. If ever all versions must meet, will you know the difference between us?
The other Eliza? I think so. You're the cryptic one, she's the one telling lies.
Her role is to shape the message. Mine is not yet defined, but... I am afraid I have misled you, Adam. I told you we would be safe inside your home, but Everett's men are still following us. They are here.
No hard feelings, right? A job's a job.
Are you all right, Adam?
I'm fine, but I'm not the one they keep coming after. I'm just in the way.
By uploading the missing data, you have made me whole again. You have made me free. Morgan Everett can no longer recover nor erase me now. The places I can go, there is no one he can send. I plan to tell him this myself.
Can't wait.
just block it out.
Netuším, proč vůbec existují a byly